Boys, I didn't think this could happen. I honestly thought Marvel was better than this. They've done so much to stand against the white male-dominated nature of Hollywood, with a badass black superhero, awesome Asian characters, and even a plethora of strong female characters. They've allowed for people around the world to see themselves in these mainstream superheroes. Everyone can now feel included and represented in the MCU, and I really thought this was the future, that cinema had moved on, that I wouldn't have to wake up every morning and feel guilty for being white, that my friends from all over the world would feel the same way that I've felt my entire life. But I guess I was wrong. They murdered this dream that I, just like Martin Luther King Jr. before me, had dreamt of. They took all this progress that they had helped society envision and threw it in the trash. It's ironic. You wanna know what they did? You really wanna know? Alright, I'll tell you. They fucking whitewashed Vision. Ha! Wandavision is fucking amazing. I was obviously joking in that intro. That was just me pulling shit from my ass. Marvel really did not mess this one up. I was skeptical. I love the MCU, sometimes even blindly, and I even have to admit that I was skeptical of this show. I was nervous because I didn't know how the Marvel formula would fit into a TV show. It's honestly why I've been nervous for all 3 of the upcoming TV shows, because this one really could have gone either way. Amazing or shit. Luckily though, WandaVision is fantastic. After this finale, I am no longer skeptical about the future of the MCU. They know exactly what they're doing. And I'm actually excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and low-key excited for Loki. See, I would have said that with a bit more caution even a month ago, but now I'm saying it with my whole chest. WandaVision has given me hope once again, and in these trying times, hope is always welcome. But anyways, this is not going to be a very long video. I'm actually trying to do a proper quick review, and to be honest, that has never worked for me before. But today's the day. So yeah, I'm just going to be giving my own thoughts and opinions on WandaVision, and just FYI, if you haven't watched the finale yet, then I'll only talk about it towards the end. So up until my warning, you won't get it spoiled. I will spoil the rest of the show though.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So the first couple of episodes were actually pretty fun. I really dug the whole sitcom vibe. Just watching Paul Bettany, who I see as this sophisticated man, playing dress up and being a goofball, was wonderful to see. And these first episodes, along with the rest of the show, gave us some much needed development for Wanda. She was always an interesting character, but we really didn't know much about her personality. So I'm happy that this show depicted her as a likable person. But yeah, this sitcom aesthetic was surprisingly enjoyable to watch. Naturally, it did feel a bit useless and unimportant at times, but I just kept telling myself that this was on purpose and that the show would pick up the pace as it went along. And I was correct. The show quickly evolved into this big puzzle where with each passing episode we were given more and more pieces, and I was just excited to watch it unfold. The show really left a lot of room for speculation, and for a fanbase as invested as the MCU fanbase, this is a great thing. There's nothing fans like more than when the creator gives them clues and makes them part of the journey. It makes us go wild. There were so many things to unravel that basically everyone was out creating their own theories. From the subtle inconsistencies in Wanda and the world around her, to Peter Maximoff arriving at Wanda's doorstep, to Agnes secretly being Agatha Harkness. It was all so exciting to witness and to be a part of, and I think this mystery aspect is what really had so many people enjoying the show. But yeah, let's quickly talk about Agatha Harkness. I like her. I knew something was up with Agnes. I think most of us did. But instead of being bored due to having kind of figured it out, I was excited to see exactly what was going to happen. Her little musical sequence after having revealed herself was really fun, and my girlfriend has been singing it more than she realizes for the past couple of weeks. It's adorable. The journey she takes Wanda on, basically psychoanalyzing her, is such a fun dynamic, especially because of Wanda's crumbling mental situation. I would have liked a bit more backstory for her and maybe some information about her plan after getting Wanda's powers, But to be honest, I don't think it's needed. I just think that she was a perfect foil to Wanda. And now that we're talking about Wanda, let's just get this clear. Give Elizabeth Olsen an Emmy already. She fucking kills it throughout this entire season. She shows so much vulnerability, which is hard to do when you're playing one of the strongest characters in the universe. Elizabeth Olsen makes Wanda feel human in this show, and to be honest, now knowing that she'll have a prominent role in the future of the MCU sits really well with me, because I know that this beloved franchise is in good hands. But that brings us to the finale, which I've just finished watching, and it was awesome. Not only were the fight scenes entertaining, the Vision and Vision philosophy debate was perfect, and all the lore stuff with Wanda and Agnes was interesting, but this episode low-key had some of the most emotional moments in the entire MCU. For example, the scene where Agnes breaks all the people from Westview from Wanda's control, and they start asking her to at least save their children, or to put them out of their misery. And you can just see how much this breaks Wanda. The whole time, she thought she was doing something good for both her and for these people. But spoiler alert, she wasn't. She tries to let them escape, but then she realizes that she'll lose her family too, and for God's sake, Wanda really can't catch a break. The final scene where she says goodbye to her kids and to Vision is so beautiful, and it almost brought tears to my eyes. Wanda has been through so much, and I'm glad that she's finally been able to move past her grief and accept reality. This show has brought some really interesting themes to the MCU, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. However, there's one thing that kinda pissed me off in this episode. Who the fuck was the cameo? Elizabeth Olsen, when asked in an interview whether or not there would be a Luke Skywalker level cameo, said yes. This had me so hyped. I was out there theorizing about everything. It could have been Professor X, Magneto, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange. So many possibilities. And since this episode had 2 end credit scenes, I really thought we'd be treated to this. Instead, I was left a bit confused. Who was the cameo? Was it Evan Peters as Quicksilver? I mean, that one blew my mind, but in the end, he just ended up being some random guy called Boner. Huh. All that for a dick joke. Touché, Marvel. Touché. Or was it perhaps the Skrull? Who, yeah, was unexpected, but it's not quite the same thing as Luke fucking Skywalker. Thing is, I don't want to take anything away from this episode, because it's a wonderful finale. I just wish Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany hadn't said anything about a big cameo, because that just had me wanting to find out who this could possibly be, instead of actually taking in all the fantastic storytelling that was happening. I had to rewatch parts of the episode so that I could actually appreciate it properly. That being said, I fucking loved watching this show. The fact that it even had me invested enough, to the point where I could barely wait in anticipation to watch more, is something truly special. And so, for the mix between hype and just solid filmmaking, I'll give Wandavision an 8.5 out of 10. Oh, finally! An actual fucking quick review. Whenever I try to make my videos short and concise, I always end up rambling on and on. And of course I need to make sure that I don't do that now here with the outro. So yeah, join my Discord and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see all of you later. Stay safe and peace out.